Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and welcome back to my channel, Mayta What Ifs. Today, I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Thrown in a Dungeon? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now, before continuing this, I know, I said I will make one of you guys' idea, but this story has been bothering me so much. I've been reading a lot of weird mangas lately. Japanese have been making a lot of weird stuff. I heard a manga about, being reincarnated as a vending machine, and now there's a manga where the protagonist gets reincarnated into a magical apple. Think about it. He just stays there stuck on a tree, and that's the whole story, revolving around him. Anyways, I got an idea like this from watching all those mangas. Anyways, I hope you don't mind and enjoy today's story because this is certainly an interesting one. And yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 13 years after the Kyubi attack, as we go towards the said village to see that the fifth Hokage Tsunade Senju was currently inside her office, and she was shocked as hell, and more than that, she was angry, because right in front of her were standing three people, two of them whom she thought were dead already long ago. They were none other than Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, and besides them was her old trusted friend Jiraiya, who kept this a secret from even their sensei, and even from her. So let me get this straight. For the past 13 years or so, you have been hiding away from the whole world, and even from Konoha, hiding the real Jinchuriki, while Naruto, who has suffered enough here, only had the soul. You don't understand, Kushina-sama. With all due respect with Naruto, no. The Kyubi is Kyubi. It's Kyubi's soul that is possessing our dead son's body. What? Are you insane? Are you implying that the boy that we all know and love is nothing more than just Kyubi in disguise and waiting for the right moment to, escape? Yes. It's trying to gather its power. And now we're here, it will try its best, since Menma is back with us. And who is this Menma? And why I haven't met him? He is, well, away at the moment. We have taught him Harishin, and told him to wait back and train there, while we ourselves first come here and, with the help of Sensei over here, explain everything. I was hoping to explain it to Hiruzen-sama until I heard that what has gone down. But Jiraiya must have told you that the boy is not the Kyubi, right? Yes. Sensei did try to tell me, but me and Kushina has confirmed that it is indeed Kyubi in disguise. And you believe that, Jiraiya? I have no doubt in, their words, because I too myself have seen the seal break out. The seal shouldn't work in the first place, Hime. What do you mean by that? Since the Hakefuin was never used, it was a decoy seal. A seal that was covered to make the 8 pentagram seal, which was the original seal used to seal the soul, hidden. So you mean to say that the faulty seal is placed on Naruto and the boy suffers? That is not Naruto. My child is dead. Dead at his birth, right after he was born, consumed by that monster. And we need to take care of him. I'm not gonna allow you to do that. I can't believe that you have sided with them, Jiraiya, after everything that boy has done. Everything. You yourself told me that Naruto has suffered enough at the hands of these villagers, and now, by his own family? I can't allow that to happen. Believe me when I say this, Hime. I don't wish to anything to befall on that boy, and how I wish that it was indeed the real boy in itself, but it is nothing more than Kyubi in disguise. It is hard to believe that. Really hard. Unknown to the adults, on the other side, Sakura was listening into this conversation. Because she was feeling guilt, she decided that she need to get stronger, and right now she was going towards the Hokage office to make sure that she makes her apprentice. But now after hearing this, she dashed away and arrived back at the hospital where Naruto's friends, some of them who went on the recon mission alongside Naruto to retrieve Sasuke back, were waiting for him to wake up, since the others have already. And Sakura, once arriving, looked at all of them and explained everything to them. As now, we have a little bit of time skip after everything was heard by them, as everyone was silent inside Naruto's room. I can't believe that. I mean, Akamaru and I can sense trouble. Believe me when I say this. And I have never sensed any form of danger from Naruto. Not at all. The only danger I felt was him promising that he will prank me back for that one time in the academy. As everyone one by one began to agree. Yeah, for all we know, what if the Hokage is wrong, or Kushina-sama is wrong? It is really Naruto. What then? They will be punishing an innocent kid. And what's worst is, their own child. That's not the issue here, said Sakura. The worst part is, I think they're gonna kill him, or execute him. What? What do you mean by that, said Hinata. As that is when Sakura then gulped and said, I heard them saying something about execution or making an example out of him or something like that. We need to hide him somewhere, said Neji. All right, it is decided. The Nara forest, the forest in which the deers live. We can hide him there for the time being. There's a shed there that is not used. After the matter settles down and Naruto wakes up, for the time being, we'll make sure to find a way to get him away from this village and fast. What? What do you mean by that? Said Kiba. Are you saying that we should let him go? Get to another village? That is the only best option here. We can't allow them to harm our friend. Not after everything he has done for us. As now we see, as they were about to leave, the door suddenly flung open, and there stood Kakashi Hatake himself. I'm sorry, but that won't be necessary. As he arrived next to Naruto, and there was the headband that Iruka gave him. What are you doing, Sensei? I'll be taking this, since he has been removed from the shinobi holster, and will be punished accordingly. Kyuubi will be. He is not Naruto. Naruto has been deceased. And you believe them? Just like that? What choice do we have? They are the ones who sealed the Biju within him. And if they are the ones saying that it is Kyuubi, then it must be, right? I mean, Kyuubi is known for its cunningness. And not only that, its destructive power. And Naruto, from time to time, think again, have shown that he is more than capable enough to destroy. But he hasn't, said Shikamaru, as the others nodded and agreed, and formed a defensive cycle in front of him. He is our friend, and if you have to get through him, you will have to get through us. As this time the meek Hinata was also on front, as that is when we see Menma arrive there. That won't be necessary, Nisan. Let me handle this. Hello everyone. My name is Menma Uzumaki Namikaze, as all of them were shocked because this person was a carbon copy of Naruto, the only difference being the red hair. And I am that thing's brother, or you can say Naruto's brother. That thing has consumed my brother's soul and has taken over his body, and it is my rightful duty to put an end to him, whether you like it or not. We won't allow that to happen. Even if you look like Naruto, you're not him. Not by a long shot. The Naruto we know and love will sacrifice himself and everything just to save his friends. And what he went through to the lens to get Sasuke, that has confirmed that. You yourself said that, Kakashi. How can you do this to him now? As Kakashi looked down, his mind was conflicted. On one hand, his dead sensei has appeared, whom word he religiously followed after the death of his father and his friends, and believed as well. And on the other side was him own self, who wanted more than anything to save Naruto, and that is when he decided to do this. Fine. What? What do you mean, fine? As Kakashi jumped and knocked out Menma in an instant. Take him somewhere safe. I promise I won't squeal. Leave. As after that, everyone thanked him as Naruto was being shifted from the hospital room all the way to the Nara clan compound. As soon as they entered there, on the other side, in the Hokage tower, the council chamber, the council meeting was going on, where Minato explained everything. As now we see, after Menma woke up and glared at Kakashi. Why did you do this, Kakashi, Nisan? We could have gotten rid of him, and now that thing roams around in my brother's body. What have you done? I'm saving my student, whether you like it or not, Menma. That thing that you call is your brother. He is Naruto. He is not the Kyuubi. If it was the Kyuubi, it would have finished what it started, because no human other than Naruto would have survived the hatred that he has went through. especially not the QB itself. It would have lashed out long ago. As that is when we see Minato and Tsunade were right now fighting for the vote of confidence to be the Kage, and Minato had won by a long shot because the civilians wanted the QB gone, and not only them, the elders as well, for their own gains. And the shinobis, they were hesitant because they have seen the boy firsthand. Their children have interacted with him, and they have come to know the boy more than the parents could have ever imagined. As Tazumi Inizuka, the head of the Inizuka clan, they stood up and said, Kushina, Minato, not that I judge your, judgment. I think it should be best if you at least speak with the child first. There's no time to speak. The longer I look at that boy, the longer I remember Naruto. He needs to be put down. But what if it is Naruto? Said Inoichi, standing up. You'll be killing your own son with your own hand. That is why we have devised a plan, Inoichi. If it really is Naruto, which is slimmer than a slimmer chance, and we end up killing him, we couldn't live with that ourselves. So, we have found an ancient technique. Quite an old one since the clan warring era. It has been buried down since all the clans agreed to it. You can't mean that it is, said Hiyashi Yuga as he stood up, slamming his hands on the table. What is it? The dungeon. A jutsu that was created to throw one inside. No matter who you are, it will be hard for you to survive in there because of the monsters and the creatures that are found there. Our ancestors discovered that by a mistake when they were experimenting with the hand seals. A portal of a sort opened, and some of them went inside to see what it was. And the place was soon to be known as dungeon. Many went there to test their might, as if it was a sport of sort. But later, when it became evident that those who returned were traumatized to no end, or had died already, they abandoned it. It was a forever forbidden jutsu that every clan had at the time agreed to erase from all the shinobi scrolls in history. It is by a mere surprise that I am quite shocked that you found it. How did you know then if anyone is not supposed to know that? Said Danzo, because he himself didn't knew that. Because there has been a clause that has been written by the ancient book. If any one of you wouldn't bother to read the ancient text, you would have known about the heritages of our clan and the sacrifices, the useless sacrifices that it made at the moment when this was discovered. Are you insane? Opening that gate, nobody knows what you will be throwing your son in. It is the best choice we have. In this way, we won't have to carry the guilt of killing our son, and we will be able to get rid of the QB soul if it is who we think it is 100%. And the dungeon will do its job. As after that, the whole council voted in that. As soon after that, we see Menma has woken up, and he and Kakashi were back in the council chamber, and they were not pleased. I mean, Menma and his parents were. I can't believe this, Kakashi. You would betray me like this. I didn't betray you, Sensei. I get told. I followed my guts. And your guts told you wrongfully. That thing is not Naruto. Don't you think that we would know our own son? That thing is using you. He's the nine-tailed fox. That's it, who is. I don't care. That boy is innocent. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't asked for any of this. He sacrificed much enough. Please, I beg of you, Sensei. You disappointed me, Kakashi. I can't believe I'm saying this first, but you did. We will track him down. You don't need to worry about this, said Dragon Khan Commander. And soon the hunt began. Naruto's friends were on standby, and some of them went home to gather the intel, and they were running back fast. I got bad news, said Sakura. Because her mother was a civilian council member, she was boasting about killing the demon and so on, and probably told her daughter, who was mortified by her own mother, whom she thought was a loving lady. I can't believe it. My own mother, she said in tearful eyes, signed the death warrant of Naruto. We have to save him. Get him somewhere safe. As unbeknownst to them, they were being tailed, and they have located Naruto thanks to them. By they, I mean the Anbus. And the unconscious boy was brought to the Hokage office, and so were they all, as they were now captured by the shinobi. As they were trying their best to escape, we see that Minato appeared. The future generations of the clan heads. I am extremely disappointed in you, and I believe your parents will be as well. You don't even know what you're doing, Hokage. You're making a grave mistake. That is our friend, Naruto. Your son, how can you do this to him? Said Shikamaru. As Minato then said, that thing is just trying to play mind tricks on you, and nothing else. Kushina, do it. As Kushina nodded her head and began to cast the hand seals, and soon a vortex appeared. As Naruto at that moment woke up, what is going on? Bajan? Yosanin? Wait, fourth? Hokage? Sensei? Wait, everyone! What is going on here? Naruto, get away from that thing! What? As that is when Menma appeared, as he had a Rasengan in his hand, as Naruto's eyes went, rest in hell, Kyuubi. This is what you get for taking the body of my brother. What? As Naruto was shocked to see a carbon copy of himself that slammed the Rasengan into his chest that was already wounded, and he again lost consciousness as he was thrown into the vortex. As soon after that, Hinata lost herself as her Byakugan activated, and thanks to the trauma that she felt, it was much more than just Byakugan. A Tensegan appeared in one of her eyes, and her being now covered in white chakra, which was from Tensegan, released a chakra beam that threw Menma to the other side of the village as she dashed behind Naruto. No! Hinata, wait! Said Hiyashi, but it was too late. Kushina let go of the hand seal, so the portal was closed. So Hinata and Naruto were now stuck there. No! Hinata-sama! Said Neji, as the others were also quite shocked, as they all looked behind. It was an unfortunate accident, Hiyashi. You damn bastard, if anything happens to my daughter, I will kill you personally, Minato. You hear me? As now we see, all of the future clan had kids then left. As back at home we see Sakura once arrived, she saw that her mother was hosting a party because the damn Kyuubi was executed. As she thought, why are you so late, dear? Ah, you must be witnessing the live Kyuubi execution since the civilians weren't invited. How can you say that? You're same age as me. What if I was the one who was holding the Bichu back for you all's sake? Would you have celebrated Mayta too? What are you talking about, honey? Don't you dare call me that, you monster witch! She said with such venom in her voice that her mother was shocked. Was this her daughter? As she even questioned that. As Sakura then went to her room and after grabbing her stuff, she began to leave. Where are you going, Sakura? I order you to stay. I'm no longer a kid. I'm a Konoichi of this village, remember? An adult. I can leave whenever I want. Don't dare try to talk or look for me any longer. And besides, not like you're any more importance to the council. I am an important council member, Sakura, and I will bring you back by order or by... Try it. I'll just hunt you down and end you myself. As now we see, Mabuki Haruno was shocked to her core. Was this really her daughter? And that is when it hit her. The Kyuubi. It must have corrupted her daughter. Oh, damn monster, corrupting my daughter and child. Good thing that he's rid it from this village. As now, we go towards the others. As Shikamaru was on the verge of crying, as well in front of Shikaku's. Why did you stand still? So much for fighting for justice. If this is justice, then... Here, take it. He threw the headband towards his father, as it hit his father's chest, as his mother said, Shikamaru, shut up! You're annoying me already. And with that, he lashed out on his parents and left. He couldn't believe that the clan that he believed in was just a spineless bunch. And the others? The Yugas. They were enraged. Hiyashi was enraged and has become protective of both Neji as well as Hanabi, and has ordered one thing that Hinata wanted in her memory, and that was to remove the cursed caged bird seal. As this brought the clan together, and they all made a statue for Hinata, because they knew Minato and Kushina would never tell them about that portal and how to use it. The only way for them to get their daughter back, if she was, that is still alive, has been long lost. As now, we go towards the other side where the portal was. On the other side we see Naruto was still knocked out conscious, as carrying him was none other than Hinata, who was close to passing out as well. I I can't go on. As that is when we see she heard a lot of rustling, and out came a lot of spiders, and behind them, a queen of spiders, Arachna. As it was a huge female spider as well that was producing them, and she has entered this domain of that sort. As now we see, Hinata placed Naruto down, and now took a stance in front of the spiders that were coming onwards to her. I will protect Naruto, even if it cost me everything. As now we see, with the little bit of chakra that she had left and the new power that she awakened, she then yelled a scream, more like a roar of a lioness, and with that she charged. As now we have a cutscene towards the elemental nation, where we see inside the Hokage office, Jiraiya was standing there. He has been thinking about Tsunade crying her eyes out and leaving this village once more because she has given up. Not on humanity, but on this village as whole. And vowed that she, if gets a chance, she will take revenge on Konoha for what it has done to Naruto. As now we see, Jiraiya then spoke. Minato, what is it, sensei? What if we really were wrong? So you begin to doubt me as well. Think about it. What if it was your son? It is about a boy who I have monitored, okay? If that thing was a QB really, then it was just playing mind tricks. That is the extent of it. We know what we did that night. You willingly sacrificed your son, didn't you? Said Jiraiya. As both of them stopped. What? You willingly sacrificed your son, didn't you? What choice we had, sensei? It was either that or both of our sons were gone, alongside the village. I mean, you told me, right? One life isn't important in front of others. But what about the Uzumaki code? What about the others? What about Naruto? He didn't deserve this. He got the short end of the stick, didn't he? So what if he did, sensei? It was the only way. Only way for all of us to walk away alive out of this. And to be honest, I can't see myself making the choice over and over again if given the chance. As Jiraiya for the first time by a student was disgusted. Since when did you become so twisted, Minato? I can't believe this. You're the one who instilled these morals into me. To save this world, to save all the elemental nations and the shinobi heritage, one must be ready to make sacrifices, any of them necessary. As the next morning came a sudden sad news. Hyuga clan has decided to separate themselves from Konoha. And not only that, many of the clan head's future kids have resigned and denounced themselves from their clans already. They weren't planning to be either a part of this village or of their clans any longer. And because of that, the parents were in distress and a clan head meeting was called. It's all your fault, Minato. Because of you, our younger generation has done this. And not only that, following their examples, a lot of the kids who have looked up to them are thinking that the older generation have made a mistake. And most of part of the clan and their kids are in a tug of war in their own because of the morals that are clashing. Relax, everyone. They're just kids who are mad at the same time. Besides, you are their parents. You can correct them, right? What do you mean by that? Said Inoichi. I have never raised a hand on my daughter, and neither has anyone in my clan ever raised a hand against their child. Do you think we would do such a thing, Minato? What has really happened to you over the course of these years? You're not the same as before. I have heard enough of this. I won't take any insolence, Yamanaka. You hear me? I am the Hokage. Then so be it. I, head of the Yamanaka clan, hereby declared that we are separating from Konoha. This is all we get after all these years of loyalty. Fuck you, Minato, and fuck Konoha. With that said, Inoichi began to walk out, and soon Shikaku stood up. Same could be said for about us, Minato. Unfortunately, same about us, said Choza clan as well. And one by one, the major clans left, even the Inuzuka clan. The only lefts were the minor clans that were not even important, and the civilian side. Damn it all. Our shinobi numbers has been decreased. The forces have moved away, and not only that, the daimyo has cut out a lot of the budget. It seems as if Hiyashi has went and decided to have a talk with the Land of Fire daimyo. And not to tell My cousin is his wife, and she has been a loyalist to Uzumaki, one who has always followed the Uzumaki core rules, and she ever finds out what we did to Naruto, regardless of what he was, she will more likely banish me from the Uzumaki clan since she is the older one. What? So you mean to say that we might even lose the Uzumakis? Yes. You see, Uzumaki's banishment is quite different. They have a technique that can remove the Uzumaki traits from one. And if she finds out, I'm afraid that me and both Menma will lose the Uzumaki traits. This is not looking good now, Minato. We have to find him and bring him back. Or better yet, create a clone. As Jiraiya was watching this, and he was mortified, and the more he regretted his decision of just listening into his student. I'm sorry, kid. I am so sorry, Sensei. I shouldn't have done that. As now this was going on, we go towards the other side, where we see Tsunade was drinking away her sorrows as Hiashi approached her. What? What is it? What do you want, Hyuga? We all have departed. All. Most of us have, said Inuichi as he arrived there. And we are looking to start a new village. And we think that you have led us quite good while you were in Regine, even if it was for a shorter time. And so we have decided to choose you as our leader. Please, help us out in establishing a new village. Fine. Guess I'll help. Have we decided a name yet? Yes. We'll call it the Naruto Village. The Great Naruto Village. As Tsunade's eyes were filled with tears because she knew that this would have meant a lot to Naruto. Oh, Naruto. She thought to herself, I just wish that you should have been here to see that there are a lot of people who had already accepted you, unlike those ungrateful bastards. I hope you rot in hell, Jiraiya, for what you have done. The boy trusted you like a father, even more so than his own. As now we see, this was going on in the Elemental Nation all the way to the other side. In Amegakure, the Akatsuki was holding a meeting, and this new information has just boggled their mind. I cannot believe this. So the one we were pursuing was a fake Jinchuriki. But something is odd, said Kisame. I am 100% sure when me and Itachi made contact with the boy, he was just a normal human. And the container, I testified it myself, said Itachi. Naruto was Naruto, and the Kyuubi soul was still sealed behind the cage. The seal was working perfectly fine. It is good that the parents made the mistake then. No, it is not, said the real leader as he spoke from behind. Because that would have made things easier for us, since they would have given us the second child. Naruto would have been an easy target. The one we were thinking the most difficult was. But now, the only target for the Nine-Tailed is Menma Uzumaki Namikaze, and it will be quite hard to get to him. So we must find a way, after thinking this through carefully, of how we're gonna approach this. Yes, very carefully, Madara-sama. As now we go towards the other side of dimension inside the dungeon, where we see Hinata has finally destroyed the heave of spiders, where all the spiders and spider queens have perished. As now we see, she had scars, but she was still standing, as she moved Naruto and herself to a cave where there was some water running down, and a bush where some berries were present. Taking some berries to replenish her health, she also drank some water and then rested because of the fatigue. She had been fighting for almost eternity by now, as that is when Naruto woke up. What is this? Where am I? Calm your nerves, kid. Who said that? It's me. Who else would? And don't speak out loud. Let the girl rest. What do you mean by that? Said Naruto inside his mind. What did you do to her, Kyuubi? I didn't do anything. Don't you remember what happened? As Naruto had flashes of what had happened before he arrived here. I guess so. Turns out your parents were alive, and so was your brother. And they have returned. What? But Gigi said that even your Gigi didn't knew about. And from the looks of it, Tsunade didn't either. Only Jiraiya did. What? You mean to say Irasanin did? What is this place, even? From what I can tell, from what I heard, this place is a dungeon. A place that is unknown. A place where the mighty warriors tested their might and have always failed. You have been thrown here to die on your own terms. And that girl, that foolish little girl right beside you, has followed you in blindly. And thanks to you, she has awakened a power. You see that over there? As Naruto's eyes widened, as he witnessed from the cave outside that there were a lot of trail of purple blood, and not only that, a lot of dead spiders. What could have gone here? That girl did this to them to protect you while you were knocked out unconscious. As Naruto's eyes widened, what? She did this? Yes. Many of her friends tried to protect you, even your sensei did. Kakashi-sensei. Yes. But in the end, they all failed, and you were captured and thrown here. I mean, besides, it was them and the whole village against them. It was bound to happen. Oh, I see. I have to find a way to get out of here. There is only one way, from what I have heard, and that is if you complete this dungeon. Complete this dungeon? Yes, as that is when a notice bar appeared in front of Naruto. Dear player, do you wish to start this challenge and complete this dungeon? Completing this will be greatly beneficial for you, since you will become not only strong, you'll be able to use magic and mana, and also will be able to use the legendary weapons of the demon kings of their times. As Naruto's eyes widened, the demon kings of their times? Yes, as Naruto's mind was suddenly filled with the knowledge of all the layouts and the 1000 levels that were present here. And right now they were on level 0. And they had to go all the way to 1000. By all, I mean Naruto and Hinata. I'm not gonna leave her behind. What she has done for me, I'm forever grateful. And I will return the favor. As now we see, Naruto waited, and Hinata woke up after 2 days of sleep. You scared me there, Hinata-chan, as Hinata blushed but this time didn't pass out. Instead, she hugged Naruto with a bear grip hug, as Naruto almost cracked his bones. Oof, since when did you get strong, Hinata? Like Bajan. Oh, sorry about that, Naruto-kun. I'm just glad that you're okay. I thought I lost you again. As Naruto for the first time blushed, looking at Hinata because he was really glad that someone cared for him. Really? Yes, Naruto. Where is this place, even? You don't know? No. When we arrived here, when the Hokage threw you here, I followed you behind. And the next thing I saw was you knocked out, and in front of you were a lot of spiders, so I have to take them down. Thank you, Hinata. But I promise that from now on you won't have to fight alone. I will fight beside you. As Hinata smiled, knowing that it was really her Naruto after all, and she made the right decision. Come on, kid, get a move on. Oh, yeah, right. Well, Naruto, who are you talking to? I'm talking to the... You can tell her. The QB. It's Kurama, kid. What? What do you mean by that? My name. I have one. It's just that I never thought that I would reveal this to any human or Ningen. Since we are stuck here, then you need to get back and cross these 1000 levels. You're gonna need my help as well. So you're saying we're now friends or something? Yes. Naruto? Is everything fine? Everything is fine. It's just that the QB, or as he says his name is Kurama, is saying that we should join hands and forces since there are at least 1000 levels that we need to cross. 1000? Yes. And right now we're at level 0, Hinata. I almost passed out, Naruto. I can't believe this. Don't worry, Hinata. We'll get through this together. As now, we see a montage of Naruto and Hinata trying their best to avoid dangerous monsters, at the same time trying to fight the normal ones and getting to at least 100 levels. And for that long, not a single boss monster appeared. And that is when, after arriving at the 100th level, a message appeared. Warning, boss battle of 100th level is about to start. And there appeared a huge spider, a spider king, not a spider queen any longer. A spider that was at least 12 stories taller and a lot huge. And it had some sort of stingers that could shoot beams from them as well. Hinata, We need to be prepared. As they found a lot of katanas from the previous age there as well, rusting away. Using these weapons as they could, they went to battle. And Kurama was there to guide them. After continuously avoiding narrow death scenarios, they were finally able to beat the U-Spider by some miracle. And after beating it down, we see that Naruto and Hinata were covered in its blood. As that is when a message appeared. Drink this blood, and once this blood is consumed by the user, it will make the blood of the user and the body immune to any poison or any magic attack, and increase the mana tenfolds. Congratulations. A message appeared after Naruto and Hinata drank that blood. You can now use mana, and here are the basic spells that you can use. Fire spell, light spell, and lightning spell. As Naruto and Hinata were quite shocked, as that is when Naruto could see Hinata's stats as well from his skills, which was appraisal, to see that she has regained the strength and was a brawler as well because of her clan's taijutsu heritage. You're a brawler, Hinata. What? What do you mean by that, Naruto? Said Hinata blushingly. I didn't mean it like that. I mean to say that I used an appraisal skill on you and it shows me your stats or what it says. I mean, you have more physical strength. Oh, I see. As after that, they continued on. And in this way, they reached fighting battles with bosses of 3 more levels. After clearing hundreds of them, they arrived at the 500th level, in which they met with the first Demon King. Demon King, Anoswol the God. Ah, so you're the ones who have challenged this domain. More like we're stuck here trying to find our way home. Oh, is that so? You have been the first one in millennia to reach this level, and I have been waiting patiently. Say, I won't kill you since you said that you're not here on your own free will and trying to find a way home. You trust us? Yes. But how about a little spar, just to see how strong have you become, since this is a dungeon of test that me and my ancestor created. Oh, I see. As after that, accepting these terms, Naruto and Hinata both fought Anos, but they were no match for him. And the match continued on for what seemingly looked like ages, and after that Anos was fulfilled. I haven't been this excited for quite a long time. That was good, as Naruto and Hinata was close to passing out, and he used with his single hand a skill to make them go back to as they were before, like completely normal and not fatigued. How is this? I am a demon king of my time, and I am one of the strongest one after my ancestor. You don't need to fret about that. You certainly have been interesting. So for that, here you go, the claws of chaos that I created for the girl. And as for you, my boy, here you go. It's known as Zetsu, a katana that is the conqueror of nature's sword. Zetsu? Yes, you can create and control and destroy nature with that weapon alone. Think of it as a gift for entertaining me. And here you go. You pass. As with that, Naruto checked his stats that they have been increased exponentially. What? Wait, you... Don't fret it, young ones. You have made it entertaining for me. And for that, think of it as a little reward. And with that, they were now directly jumped to the 600th level in front of a huge boss, which was from the solo leveling, the stone statue. You know, the stone statue that Sung Jinwoo fights before getting his powers as a dark shadow monarch. Yeah, the same one. As it looked and smiled at them menacingly before it attacked at them, using his other stone allies that were nearby. Now, Hinata and Naruto, with the strength they had gained, attacked as well. And this time they were shocked to see that they were breaching past through them, as Naruto, using the Zetsu sword, then pointed it towards the huge statue and said, "Creation, wooden spikes." As mountain upon mountains of disastrous mountains, wooden spikes appear, piercing through even the stone rock statue, destroying it, as a chain appeared from one end in which a dagger was attached. What is this? You take it, Hinata. This is a dagger of the Sultan. One of the dangerous poisonous weapons. You can use it. Thank you, Naruto-kun. As after that, they continued on until they arrived at the 900th level, and there waiting for them was a big surprise. because it wasn't any monster or a demon. It was just a normal human waiting for them there, with brown hair and brown eyes, with a shovel in his hand. Huh? And who might you guys be? What are you doing here? This is my land. You hear me? So get the hell out of here. Oh, calm down, sir. We don't mean any trouble. We're just looking to cross to, 1000th level. Wait. 1000th level? So it must be you pricks who have been giving the whole dungeon a hard time. You know how hard it is to work for the devil to make all of this work? Who are you? The greatest estate developer ever. Name's Lloyd Frontier. The greatest what now? Ah, jeez, why hasn't anybody heard about me? Said Lloyd, making a face that Hinata and Naruto were quite freaked out about with. Are you okay, Mr. Lloyd? Said Naruto. I am fine, kid, just dandy. Say, you want to get to level 1000, right? Right? Said Lloyd, with making a terrifying face that scared the other two. Yeah? But I think we're good without your help. Ah, come on, don't be like that. Sign this contract here, and I'll take you there to that place. What does this contract say? Oh, nothing. Just a little bit that I will take the treasures that are placed there, and nothing else. And we can't take any treasures? Like, what kind of treasures? The gold. What about the weapons? I have no use for weapons. The only thing I need is gold. You hear? Gold. Okay. I guess we are willing to sign this then. As after the contract was signed, Lloyd's facial features changed to one that resembled or even must have terrified the devil himself, because Naruto and Kurama and even Hinata were scared shitless. Good. Let's move. As after taking a shortcut and defeating some of the demons that were within, they arrived at the 1000th level, where none other than the greatest demon lord of all time, Rimuru Tempest, was waiting for them. Ah, Lloyd. What are you doing here, Lloyd-san? Shouldn't you be at your own level? No, I came here because these foolish things that they can beat you, and must they do, as per this contract, the gold is mine. As even Rimuru sighed, still with your personality. What can I say? No wonder you are such a big threat that even the demon lords are scared of you, and even the devil himself. Say what now? Yes, this guy over here. He has a face that even makes the devil scared. As with that, we see Naruto and Hinata now face the biggest threat of all, the true dragon Rimuru, a demon god in his own right. Listen, sir, we don't want any trouble. We just want to, go home. And we heard that after we reach 1000 level and clear it, we can go home. That is correct. And that has to do with me being defeated. But seeing as you are strong, I don't think we can. Then I can only allow one of you to go. One must stay and sacrifice himself. What? Said both of them. Yes, that is the only rule, since both of you are stuck here. It will be a bad repetition for the whole dungeon if I allow you two to walk free, doesn't it? So only one of you can go. As that is when Naruto without hesitation said, Hinata, you should go. I'll stay. What? Great. So since it has been decided, why not the one who wants to be sacrificed go there? Because with his blood, only the portal will be powered that will be sending the one back home. As Hinata tried to stop Naruto, and a fight between the two broke out. I'm sorry, Hinata-chan, but I have to do this. Kurama? On it, kid. As even though Hinata was strong, Naruto was strong as well, and Kurama added it up, and Naruto was able to defeat Hinata and neck chop her into unconscious. I love you, Hinata. Remember that. I love you too much so that I can't allow anything to happen to you after everything we've been through. Are you ready now? Yes. As after Naruto entered that place where Irimaru, pointed his finger at, a glass dome appeared, and within it a lot of needles were present, as Naruto was stabbed by it as it began to drain his blood. As he witnessed, the portal was opened, as Hinata was then about to be entered there, as Naruto sighed with a smile on his face. Are you glad, kid? Yes, Kurama. I'm 100% happy that this ended on my terms. I mean, I would have died anyway, right? Not like anyone was waiting for me there. My friends must have moved on by now. God knows for how long we have been stuck here. And Hinata-chan, she deserves better. Because of me, she was stuck in this mess from the beginning. And I love her too much for anything to have any bad more stuff happen to her. As that is when Naruto's eyes opened to see that Rimuru didn't throw her into the portal but was still holding her and was looking at him with a smile. As he suddenly felt that his body was rejuvenating and was regaining health. Congratulations on becoming the first conqueror of the whole dungeon, said Rimuru, standing in front of Naruto and waking Hinata up. What? What is going on? I thought that this place was designated for the one who was ready to sacrifice. That was my only test. You see, the one who wishes more than anything the safety of the others is okay in my books, since I myself am a leader as well, and more than ever, the protector of my family and loved ones. So you have proven to me, Naruto Uzumaki, and you can freely leave. And here, I'll give you this, the power of gluttony. The gluttony? With this, you can consume your enemy's attack, amplifying your chakra and mana. And not only that, return the attack tenfold. It will only increase your stats from here on out. Good luck on becoming the demon king of your world, the demon king of gluttony. And with that moniker, Naruto returned, only to find that the world was in shambles, as the fourth great shinobi war had started. What is going on? As that is when Naruto was scouted by some of the shinobis and was brought in to the Shinobi Alliance hub, where he came face to face with some old familiar faces. A grown-up Shikamaru, as well as their other friends. Naruto, you're okay, said Sakura, as she gave Naruto a hug. I thought we lost you and Hinata both. We're still okay, Sakura. And would you mind stepping away from him? Oh, sorry about that. It's fine, Sakura-chan. Everyone, I'm glad to see you. We're sorry, Naruto, said Neji as they all looked down. We thought we would never be able to see you and gave up. We would have known better. Now it's fine, guys. What the hell is going on here? I'll explain everything, Brett. It's been a long time. Bajan. It is. It has been, hasn't it? What happened? 4 years have gone by since your disappearance, Naruto. And not only that, the Akatsuki organization, remember the one that you made contact with Itachi and Kisame while you were looking for me with Jiraiya? Yeah, I remember those guys, said Naruto after remembering them. Their organization declared war on the Elemental Nation after stealing the Bijus. And right now the 5 other nations are fighting. What? What do you mean by that? By other 5 nations, said Hinata. This is the 6th nation that has remained neutral, because it doesn't concern us. The great Naruto Uzumaki village. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? We named the village after you, Naruto, because of the sacrifices that you made for Konoha that has gone unnoticed. Or so we thought, because many of us have not forgotten what you have done for us, and to honor you we made this village. And don't worry, Brat, you will become the next Kage once everything is settled. What do you have decided to do then about this? We don't care about this mess. We are in our own world. The village that was abandoned after the deaths of Uzumaki, the Uzushio, has become the new Naruto village. And we have found haven here. The Akatsuki has vowed that they won't do anything with us because we have decided to remain neutral. While the other 5 nations are continuously going on and on against the Akatsuki and are again and again defeated. How so? They revived some of the old warriors, said Shikamaru. And, truth to be told, the greatest of the greatest warrior, known as Madara Uchiha, has been revived by them as well. It is said that he was able to survive 100 levels of the dungeon before being rescued. The same place where you went. 100 levels, huh? Say, talking about that, how did you found yourself back? Not that we're not happier and all that. We just want to know. Oh, we cleared the dungeon. There were at least 1,000 levels, and we cleared them all. Thanks to the bosses who courtesy as well, because they went easy on us. Because we were not doing the dungeons raid on our own. We were thrown here. and they had noticed this from the beginning. I see. As that is when we see the other five nations decided that the neutral village needs to be taken into this war as well because they were getting jealous. So they attacked. What is going on? The five nations army are attacking us. But why? We don't understand. We have decided to remain neutral in all this mess. As now we see, it's not in this book. They want us to be dragged into this war as well because they want to perish us. As now we see Naruto then said, leave this to me. Come on, Hinata. As both of them stood outside as the armies arrived. As Naruto made a single hand gesture as a huge vortex appeared in front of them. As Naruto then said, lightning strike. As a huge beam of lightning was fired to the point where the river, the mountains, and everything that was standing in front of them turned into nothing more than a crater. As Naruto's beam moved to the half side, eradicating half of the forces already with a single attack. Well, this is one of the tricks that I learned, as everyone was shocked seeing Naruto's destructive power. How about you do the honors, Hinata? As Hinata then said, with pleasure. As Hinata jumped into the air, and using her ability, Poison Rain, she shot down million poison arrows in a single throw. And with that, many more thousands of shinobis were killed instantly, as those remaining were a few hundred, and they stood their ground, as in front of them all five Kages appeared, and they were shocked to find who was standing there. Naruto. We can't believe this. How are you? I cleared the dungeon that you threw me in, father. As Minato clenched his fist. How so? It is impossible. Well, think what you need to think, but mark my words. If you set a foot in this village, you will be burned to ashes. You think I'm joking? Witness with your own eyes. As Naruto slammed his hands together as a huge white ray appeared, surrounding the whole village and its nearby areas, as a sort of manner of protection dome. Try to touch it and you will be turned to ashes. You think we're scared? Anbus, charge! As all the Anbus that tried to break the barrier were turned to ashes in front of them. What have you done? What have I done? I have done as I promised. Now all of you, fall back, or else you'll pay the price. And that is when the Akatsuki appeared and eradicated everyone, as Minato was begging for mercy, begging for him to be let in, to be let alive, but he never was allowed to. Turns out Minato wasn't a great Hokage. He was the greatest coward in the history, and has survived thanks to the cunningness, and that is all. As soon as he died, we see that Kushina and Menma arrived there searching for him, and all they found was the very demon that they sent to hell alive. As they tried to attack him, but Naruto was standing on the other side of the barrier. They both turned to ashes. In an instant they touched it. In this way Naruto got his revenge. The revenge that he never thought that he needed or wanted, because he didn't feel a single thing about killing them. To him they were nothing more than the other demons that he hunted down in the, dungeon. The same demons who wanted their own survival and nothing else, and would throw even their kids in front of death to survive. As Naruto returned to enjoy his life with his living comrades and his soon-to-be future wife, Hinata, who was going through thick and thin with him, they didn't need any vows or any customs. To them they were already married, and were now hoping to plan a nice life since there was no enemy left. And as for the Akatsuki, their plan fell apart, and the Otsutsukis were revived, mainly the Kaguya Otsutsuki. She tried to take chakra, but from one place that was chakra potent, she couldn't take it. The very place that Naruto used his mana to secure. She tried to break through, but she couldn't. And at that moment she realized that the power residing within was much more stronger than her, and this barrier was the only thing holding it back to eradicate her. So she decided to retreat and never return. And as for the only village that survived, they lived in that space happily ever after. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As yeah, that's it for the ideas of mine. From tomorrow onwards I'll be making your ideas, so don't worry about that. Anyways, that's it for the day. Peace.